start, I would like to introduce my name. I am Luz Bañares, and we will tackle about the topic consequences of teenage pregnancy. Young women suffer of being a parent at an early age. It refers to the condition of bearing a child without being aware of its consequences. This is a controversial topic that may have effects on young women. There are a lot of challenges when it comes in handling in pregnancy. It can be a challenging experience, especially for those parents who are still studying. The number of pregnancies among teenagers is increasing dramatically. Most of them do not realize how big a responsibility it is to raise another person when they are still in the process of growing up themselves. Be more informed about their bodies and learn how to protect themselves from getting pregnant. We all have a tendency to become mothers through playing with dolls and playing house with other girls at the same age. Imagining that it is an easy response, but in fact, that was only in our imaginations. Did they ever think what it would be like to have a baby at an early age? 16 years old didn't just wake up wanting to have a baby. Most of the time, it just happens without being planned. And it is easy not to consider what parent will be like. And it is good for us to be informed on the reasons why and what it's really like. One reason why girls become pregnant is lack of knowledge about an early pregnancy and education about sexual intercourse. Adolescent pregnancy is one of the biggest problems in the world. Age 10 to 19 years old start getting pregnant without any knowledge what could be the possibilities. Causes of this is by being lack of knowledge about sexual reproductive health and the consequences of being pregnant without any informations about handling a baby or handling yourself while you are pregnant. I can say that it is a blessing, but it can also destroy ourselves, especially when we are still studying, by affecting our education and in our future. Some of the girls having a baby don't go back to school because they are ashamed. Getting pregnant is not bad, but we should mind first. What will be the consequences? What are the things that could happen? Where we should find money when we are going into labor? Those are some things that could happen without any preparations. So, we girls, we should mind first before doing an intercourse with a man, especially when both of us are still studying and still in the roof of our parents. As I've observed in the times of pandemic, still there are a lot of teenage girls getting pregnant, and we know that even in our places. They don't realize how big a responsibility it is to raise a baby. And the saddest thing is they still asking money for their parents. We should see first what a future we could give to our child. When we are just in high school, especially now, it is hard to find a work. So we should be more educated because it has a possibility that can damage to our life. I have classmates before who got pregnant at the age of 17. I'm not degrading, but now that I can see them, they are suffering. They don't go back to school, and the worst is the father of your child walked away. And that is one of the consequences. It can damage our physical, not just in physical, but also in our mental health. We as a teenager, we should be more careful in things that we do because there is a bunch of consequences waiting in the corner. According to the World Health Statistics 2014, it indicates that the average global birth rate among 15 to 19 years old is 49 per 1,000 girls. Country rates from 1 to 299 birth rate per 1,000 girls, with the highest rate in sub-Saharan Africa. Adolescent pregnancy is remained a major contributor to maternal and child mortality and the cycle of ill health and poverty. Teen mothers are likely to experience post-traumatic stress disorder than the other teenage women. Teenage pregnancy is one of modern society's evils and alarming situations. Most countries, developed or underdeveloped countries, consider the teenage pregnancy is a social stigma, and it can have a devastating effects on teens' social life. The negativity, the social alienation, and the financial distress can wreak a havoc in anyone's life, alone that of a teen who isn't yet mature and strong enough to face the world. Consequences is your study will be interrupted, of course, because you will be focusing on your baby. Health risks can lead to death, especially for those aged 10 to 19 years old globally, due in their immature bodies for delivering a baby, and also it can have a greater risk to a baby. Also, some girls goes to abortion. It can cause the death. Not only death, but it can be our deadly sin. Whether your pregnancy is planned or unplanned, abortion is not the key to walk away from your responsibilities as a mother. The consequences, because you made it. Teenage pregnancy also have a negative effect in society, especially in the family. They will not gonna treat you good the way they treated you before. You can hear judgment that can cause to suicidal. Babies born to teenage mothers are more likely to suffer health, social, and emotional problems. Prenatal care is critical, yet teenagers who got pregnant, especially for those don't have any support from their parents, are at risk for not receiving adequate care during pregnancy. Unmarried pregnant can cause interjection in the society, especially family, and we all know that. Who are being in teenage pregnancy are the ones who experience violence in a marriage or a partnership. Before I end this topic, I will leave you a quote. Young girls, don't think getting pregnant or having sex will lead to a man loving or staying with you. Value yourself.